close beneath the skies. A smoky laugh, a tilted grin. He drank her gaze like tonic gin, velvet and whiskey, smooth and slow. They danced where midnight lovers go. No promises, no morning light, just tangled hearts in candlelight. The jukebox played a dying tune. The air was thick with heat and moon. Her glove slipped off, he touched her ring, but knew he'd never change a thing. One last pour, one final kiss, a moment drowned in smoky bliss. No names were asked, no futures made, just memories poured in warm cascade. Tastes her smile and dreams anew. Velvet lips and whiskey eyes, she leaned in close beneath the skies. A smoky laugh, a tilted grin. He drank her gaze like tonic gin. Velvet and whiskey, smooth and slow. They dance where midnight lovers go. No promises, no morning light, just tangled hearts in candlelight. The jukebox played a dying tune. The air was thick with heat and moon. Her glove slipped off, he touched her ring, but knew he'd never change a thing. One last pour, one final kiss, a moment drowned in smoky bliss. No names were asked, no futures made, just memories poured in warm cascade. velvet whiskey, gone too soon, fading like perfume in a room. But when he drinks that amber hue, he tastes her smile and dreams anew. With faded lace and a ticking clock, she danced alone in evening's gloom to memories that filled the room. The gramophone cracked soft and low, a melody from long ago. She waltzed with shadows down the hall, among the frames on the dusty wall. Her heels still tapped the wooden floor where he once waited by the door. Now silence holds her like perfume in the waltz of the forgotten room. Spin and sway through grief and grace, the past still paints this quiet space. With every turn she breathes his name and waltzes back through love and flame. The curtains sigh, the window cries. She hums to stars in silver skies. No visitors, no time to keep, just dreams that drift through fractured sleep. No footsteps echo on the stair, no coat is hung, no one is there. But still she waits in rose perfume to dance again in that old room. Spin and sway, though time is cruel, the floorboards know the night is full. And when the waltz meets twilight's gloom, she's still alive in that forgotten room. She played a tune the night he left, a soft refrain in minor clef. She left it humming by the wall in hopes he'd hear it in the fall. It lingered there in dust and cord, a melody without a word, and every dusk it sang once more the song that waited by the door, not loud enough to beg or cry, just soft enough to ask him why. The song that waited by the door played every night and nothing more, through silent steps and winter shore. It held its breath forevermore. Neighbors passed and never knew a song could ache in shades of blue. The rug, the lamp, the hallway's floor all knew the notes and who they wore. Some music isn't made to end. It waits like letters never sent. And though the record never spins, its echo hides in violin. The song that waited by the door still trembles through the aging floor. Though time moved on and seasons tore, it stayed for him and nothing more. So if you hear a tune at night, like moonlight dressed in candlelight, it might be hers, it might implore, still waiting gently by the door. Late night haze in a corner seat. He lit a match on Bourbon Street. His shadow danced upon the wall. That scent still lingers through it all. The smell of his tobacco, warm and slow, wrapped around memories I can't let go. In every puff sweet past that never returned. The silence spoke in smoky swirl. We were just two passing worlds. He left a kiss in the midnight air. Now all I have is the scent he'd wear. Flickering lights in fading jazz, empty glass and broken past. No letter, no last goodbye, just that smoky the smell of his tobacco still remains on every street, in window panes. A ghostly waltz through memory's door, his scent and nothing more. She always pulled the curtain low, but never let the latch quite go. The glass would fog in winter's chill, yet breathe like it was waiting still. The neighbor said she'd locked it tight, but moonlight crept in every night. And sometimes near the window frame, you'd swear you saw him speak her name. She'd dust the sill, but never fast, like someone still could come at last. The window wasn't really closed, just painted shut with tales she chose. The wind still knocked in minor key and whispered songs of used to be. He left in fall with gloves and gin, a coat too thin to hold him in. But when he passed her garden road, he paused, she swears, and mouthed, "Don't go." The mailman sees no note or light, but hears her humming late at night, a melody without a door that stays where heartbeats used to soar. The window wasn't really closed, she kept it cracked where silence froze. And though the world moved on, she knows love sometimes enters where it goes. And when the wind begins to moan, it finds her there still all alone. And through that glass with quiet pulse, she leaves it open, just in case he knows. The clock kept ticking on the wall, unmoved by silence in the hall. It rang at 6, then chimed at 10, not knowing he won't come again. The teacup sat still half a sip, the paper folded at his grip. But time it marched in steady tone through empty chairs and silent phone. The world still turned, the kettle whined, the clock just kept the hour in mind. The clock didn't know he'd left, still struck each hour with perfect heft. It never asked where footsteps went, just counted days as if content. She dusts the frame, adjusts the hands, as if the truth still misunderstands. His sweater hangs where he would sit, and time pretends he still exists. Some nights she winds close it with a sigh to keep the ticking from goodbye. But even gears can't hold regret when love is gone and clocks forget. The clock didn't know he'd left, still ticks like hearts that once were cleft. And though the room is long bereft, it never missed the one who left. At midnight's chime she stands alone, the ticking soft a metronome. But clocks don't feel, and clocks don't fret. They only move and just forget. I dreamt in red and sepia light, a slow jazz tune beneath the night. Your shadow moved through smoke and frame, but when I reached you weren't the same. Red and sepia, soft and slow, where silent films of love still glow. In black tie halls where dancers glide, I chased your ghost with arms open wide. The piano played in dusty hue, each note a picture once of you. The chandeliers began to sway as memories bled into the grave. A gramophone, a whispered name, the past in reels that flickered flame. gave. Though morning breaks and dreams must flee, that color tone still lives in me. A chair at the window, she used to smoke when nights grew cold, watching the street by a window like a silent tone. Her lipstick mark upon the rim still lingers where the light, as time dissolves in mist. The ashtray holds a silent tale, a chair at the window of every pause and facing the past, where echoes of laughter used to lay. Now all it does is now only silence stares. No wind has moved, no match since love packed up, but still it waits as if for love. The kettle hums a lonesome song. Remembered her. She hums along, though the tune feels wrong. A trace of teacups wait, a ghost in air, for hands once near. She leaves, but only shadows now appear. He dusts the shelf, but skips that place. The world goes by, as if she holds the hand of fate, wrapped in the warmth. It's just a dish of glass and touch would fill, but somehow the chair remains, the view unchanged. Not all goodbyes are loud and sharp, but everything inside has like a quiet heart. And in that tray her soul still curls in spirals He played autumn like a piano, soft and warm with golden flow. Leaves would fall at every key, and winds would hum in minor C. His fingers touched the changing trees with chords that smelled of chimney breeze. He'd close his eyes on a window light and make the dusk feel soft as white. No metronome, no written line, just time that turned to rust and rime. He played autumn like a piano, not too fast, never shallow. With every note the silence grew, like love that once was fresh, now true. She'd sit behind the maple shelf, a cup of tea, a younger self. He'd play for her, then play alone, when colder days had turned to stone. Some melodies are made to fade, like footprints lost in a leaf cascade. Yet in each chord a leaf still spins, and somewhere fall begins again. He played autumn like a piano, echoed deep in falling shadow. And though the bench is now left bare, his song still waits inside the air. So if you hear a chill at noon, or catch a breeze inside a tune, you've heard his hands still dancing slow on keys that only autumn He played autumn like a piano, soft and warm with golden flow. Leaves would fall at every key, and winds would hum in minor see. His fingers touch the changing trees with chords that smelled of chimney breeze. He'd close his eyes on window light and make the dusk feel soft as white. No metronome, no written line, just time that turned to rust and rime. He played autumn like a piano, not too fast, never shallow. With every note the silence grew, like love that once was fresh, now true. She'd sit behind the maple shelf, a cup of tea, a younger self. He'd play for her, then play alone. When colder days had turned to stone. Some melodies are made to fade, like footprints lost in leaf cascade. Yet in each chord a leaf still spins, and somewhere fall begins again. He played autumn like a piano, echoed deep in falling shadow. And though the bench is now left bare, his song still waits inside the air. So if you hear a chill at noon, or catch a breeze inside a tune, you've heard his hands still dancing slow on keys that only autumn knows. He wrote a poem, line by line, on a teacup napkin soaked in wine. She smiled and pressed it to her heart, as if it were a fragile art. The cafe hummed with vinyl air, two hearts entwined in velvet stare. Outside it rained, inside it glowed, and time moved slow, and love still flowed. The napkin dried, the ink still bled, with every word he never said. Ink on a tea kept it folded in a drawer and read it when she missed him more. No signature, no date, no trace, but every word still held his face.